So now that we have the basic fraction class and we have a couple of interesting methods, let's go ahead and add two fractions together. So this is going to introduce the operator keyword. So I can say public, and I can say fraction operator plus, and I need to take in two fractions as the parameters for this. Left-hand side, right-hand side. Oops. And curly braces there. And so this is the operator. Now, you'll notice that it says user-defined operator must be declared static and public. So normally when you would create a method, you would say public, the type, and then what is name, in this case, operator plus. Because this is an operator, we have to declare it as static. Static. Now, if you don't remember the static keyword, static means that you can call this operator without creating instances of this class. So now that we have this addition operator here, what do we do? How do we actually add two fractions together? Well, assuming that both of the denominators are the same, all you do is you just add the numerators together. So we can check that, and we'll just do the easy case first. So if left-hand side dot denominator is equal to right-hand side dot denominator. So if that is the case, well, we need to add the numerators together. So we can say int new numerator, and then new numerator is equal to left-hand side dot numerator plus right-hand side dot numerator. And then now we need to return something. So because this is of type fraction, we want to return a new fraction. Return new fraction. And in this new fraction, the numerator is going to be new numerator. And the denominator is going to be, well, just one of the denominators, because it doesn't matter. They're both exactly the same. Denominator. So we need to return that. So what is this complaining about? Return statement is missing. Okay, well, we have a return statement. It may not actually encounter that return statement because this is in an if. So for right now, to get rid of that error, I'm just going to say return new fraction 0, 0. So we're at least returning some fraction. So getting back to this, if the denominators are the same value, well, we just create a new numerator, and then we return a new fraction with new numerator and a denominator. It doesn't matter which one. So let's go ahead and test this. So we actually have these two here. So we have both of these have the same denominator. So we can go ahead and say fraction frac3 is equal to, well, since this is static, we don't need to create new fractions to add them, and we already have fractions. So we can say, okay, this requires a fraction, and this requires a fraction. So we can say frac1 plus frac2. Notice that in order to access this plus, we didn't actually need to define any fractions or anything like that. We just needed fractions in there. So now when we run this, frac3 will be a new fraction. And so we can console.write line frac3. So now when we run this, we will get three fractions printed out. 3/5, 1/5, and then frac3 will be 4/5. In fact, let me go ahead and modify this slightly. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of text here to identify what each one of these are. console.write, and we'll just say frac1 colon space, and then we're printing it out there. Here, because this is a string, we can do string interpolation. So this will be frac2, oops, and then close this off. And then, again, because this is another string that we have here, we can do the same string interpolation. Frac3. So now we'll actually see what these fractions are. Frac1, 3/5, frac2, 1/5, frac3, which is frac1 plus frac2 added together, is going to be 4/5. So again, all it's doing is just getting into this if there. Since both the denominators are the same, we got a 5 there and a 5 there, then it's just going to add the numerators together and then return a new instance of that fraction, or a new fraction.